أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. I welcome you all in the online session of Electronic Circuit Design online course and online lecture. Hope you all are fine and having good health. In the previous session we have discussed the silicon control rectifier, that in short we called SCR. It's the four-layer diode. The SCR has two possible states of operation. In the off state, Off-state means it cannot conduct, and it acts ideally as an open circuit between the anode and cathode. Actually, rather than an open, there is a very high resistance in the on state. The SCR acts ideally as a short from the anode to cathode. Actually, there is a small on forward resistance, the LASCR, that is laser amplification silicon control rectifier. Operation as an SCR, except it is the triggering by the light. So SCR triggering circuit is also an important aspect, that how a SCR can be triggered by a laser of light or LED of light. That's the main aspect that is not using in SCR triggering in this book. So an SCR silicon conductor rectifier is a four-layer PNPN device similar to the four-layer diode, except with three terminals: anode, cathode, and gate. The basic structure of the SCR is shown in the below mentioned figure, and the schematic symbol also shown in the below mentioned figure. So according to the statement, SCR can be seen by this diagram, that anode, cathode, PNPN four-layer device, and the gate terminal is placed on the P side. Here you can see anode, cathode, and gate terminal can be placed as anode to cathode. Okay, this is the schematic symbol and basic construction diagram of SCR, silicon control rectifier. These are also some of the typical packages on which SCR works. Three terminal device, you can see all are in the aspect of three terminal devices. The heat, this is the heat sink of that particular SCR by which the gate can be provided. These are the three layer terminal device of SCR. SCR is a type of silicon control rectifier. That means the rectification would be formed in the control way. Like four-layer diode operation, the SCR operation can best be understood by thinking of its internal PNP and structure as two transistors arrangement as shown in this figure. This is structured like four-layer diode, except the uh, gate connection exception. The upper PNP layer act as transistor Q1 and the lower NPN act as Q2. Again, notice that two middle layers are shared here. Two middle layers are shared here. So turning of SCR, that how it can provide, how it can fulfill, that by providing the gate signal in the SCR would be turned on, and when we are not provide the sufficient amount of gate signal, it act as a open circuit, which means if the voltage is zero, the current would be zero at the gate side in three terminal layer of anode, cathode, and gate junction of SCR. If the gate terminal is not entertained by the voltage like 0 volt, the gate current would be zero, which means it acts as an open circuit from anode to cathode. And when we provide the supply at the gate level, signal at gate level, the SCR would be act as a anode to cathode as a short circuit, which means the path is short here, and the current is flow from anode to cathode. Anode to cathode switch is on when we provide a supply on the gate terminal. So Moving towards the next aspect, that how SCR works. Here you can see this region is a reverse blocking region, and this is a reverse avalanche region, which means that if you provide the supply from anode to cathode and cannot latch its gate, that means gate is not on, current cannot flow from anode to cathode, which means categorically when we increase the voltage, the barrier forward potential, that is barrier forward potential voltage, is highlighted here, and categorically it would be increase. But until and unless when it got its switching current greater than its threshold value, or it got the switching current, it also got its holding current. When the SCR got its holding current, which means when SCR get its holding current, conduction current at the gate signal, then it gives, or it got the holding current, which means it starts its conduction. And when it starts its conduction, it starts conduction, it will be entered in the forward conduction region, that is the on state, and this state is the off state, on which uh, the SCR work as the forward blocking region in the off state. This one is the reverse blocking region, which means you provide supply from cathode to anode, not anode to cathode, but you provide the supply from cathode to anode, which means it acts as a reverse current, would be reverse blocking region. And when you increasingly continuously increase your current, the reverse avalanche region would be happen at this level. That means the barrier potential would be broke at this level, and categorically this would be the highest reverse current, VR, which mentions the reverse current, reverse voltage, and it will be in a it would be 400 or 300 in negative of voltage, that would be break the barrier potential. Now I think it left. So that means the gate current is zero, and when it got the gate current, which means holding current would be reached, so categorically it starts conduction from the volt forward conduction region, that is Ig equal to zero. Then this thing also reflect in this VI characteristic curve of the SCR, which means when SCR starts conduction from this point to barrier potential 1, which means at this level when the SCR starts its conduction in very much far time, when the gate current reaches to zero level, which means gate is zero here. SCR got the gate signal, but at very far of time, and got the Ig naught, that is zero. And when categorically, when you see the curve 2, when the SCR got its gate current minimum of this time of G naught at Ig1, it starts conduction before this Ig naught as Ig1 starts conduction. And I already discussed here that when it got its holding current, it starts conduction in the forward region as on state. Now coming towards the third curve of SCR, this is the Ig2. Ig2 gets the gate current before Ig1, and Ig1 gets the gate current before Ig0, which means what will be the quickest getting the gate current, gate signal out of three, Ig0, Ig1 or Ig2. The quickest SCR which got its gate current is Ig2, because it got its gate current before Ig1, and also even also Ig0, because it's a highest time at which Ig0 gets its gate current. So the highest and quickest way on which the SCR got its holding current is Ig2. So when it got the Ig2, it start its working at the holding current that is IH2. IH1 is Ig1 and IH naught is Ig naught, in which it starts working from this curve, and forward and current and forward voltages would be happened here for various Ig gate current values. This would be happened. Now although anode to cathode voltage is axis of reverse breakdown, forward reverse will be will not be damage the device. If the current is limited, this situation should be avoided because of normal control of SCR. This loss. It should normally be triggered on only with a pulse at the gate. So turning the SCR is a main issue, that SCR cannot start its conduction until and unless when it not got its signal at the gate level. One more thing is more important, that the switch can be operated on state. Voltage can be providing from anode to cathode, but output cannot be appear because the gate signal is not provided. And listen this thing very carefully. When we provide the signal at gate side, but this signal is not sufficient to produce the output or allow the output to flow from anode to cathode until and unless when the gate signal is not sufficient to trigger the SCR from on state. And one more scenario is opposite of this statement, is that the anode current is not passing through the cathode current until and unless the gate current is provided. When the sufficient amount of holding current of gate signal is provided at the gate terminal, the anode to cathode potential or current can be passing through from input to output when we provide sufficient amount of gate current at this level as a holding current, and sufficiently when until and sufficiently we are not providing the we are providing the gate signal, but sufficient kind of signal is not providing from the gate side, so anode to cathode cannot be passed. I am providing the example with the numeric values, that this SCR can be turned on when we provide the gate current at 2.5 ampere. As an example, it is the very highest ampere. As an example, the SCR can be on at 1 ampere of the gate signal. It is a sufficient amount of current. If we provide 1 ampere of signal at the gate signal, the anode to cathode can be passed. But if we provide zero point 0.5 ampere at gate signal, can you tell me that anode to cathode current would be passed or not? I think it is clear it cannot be passing through from the anode to cathode because the sufficient amount of gate signal of zero point 0.5 is not uh, enough to start conduction from anode to cathode. That means we have to provide 1 ampere of gate current to provide or cross its switching signal, to cross its barrier. We have to provide the gate signal uh, greater than the holding current or holding current, then the signal can be passing through from anode to cathode. That is the main thing that we have to study here. So that is a latching scenario that we have discussed here. Same scenario is with the light activated SCR. Light activated SCR is the most important aspect in most of the cases. We are also using optocoupler. Optocoupler is also a main thing that is used in for fast switching application and purposes. And what is that? The triggering circuit of gate of SCR is many in the form, that would be forward current, would be in laser beam, would be of light activated SCRs, light activated SCRs. Give me some second. session. Up till now, if anyone have any kind of issue, so please ask. Otherwise, I continue the session. The light activated SCR. So the light activated silicon control rectifier, that is in short LASCR, is a four layer semiconductor device thyristor that operates essentially as does the conventional SCR, except that it can also be light triggered. Light triggered means the triggering of gate is the mod, instead of current is like a light, means that its gate can be active by emitting the light on its substrate of PN junction. So it triggered the sufficient amount of light. It can be strike on its as a gate signal. So anode to cathode current would be formed. This is the main scenario here. Now again continue the session with a description. The LASCR conducts current in one direction when activated by a sufficient amount of light and continues to conduct until the current falls below a specified value, which means we have to provide a sufficient amount of light, or another way we can say, when the suitable frequency of light or sufficient intensity of light it strike on the surface of its gate terminal, the SCR start its working from anode to cathode. This is the triggering scenario that we are discussing here. Well, a sufficient amount of light. Sufficient amount of light means the suitable frequency of light and the suitable intensity of light is strike on its surface. So continues to conduct until the current falls below the specified value. It until and unless the SCR would be act in the conduction mode until and unless when the sufficient amount of current can be provided from the anode to cathode. If we reduce the current from anode to cathode, or it would be off, SCR would be off, or if we reduce the sufficient amount of light, it would be reduced. But it is the holding kind of current. One time is the triggering circuit. When we provide to that, it would be hold and start conduction from anode to cathode. This is the main scenario that we have discussed in this section. The laser SCR conduct current in one direction when activated by the sufficient amount of light and continues to conduct until the current falls below a specified value that also reflect in the figure. In figure 11-13, the LASCR schematic symbol represent the LASCR is most sensitive light when the gate terminal is open. If necessary, a resistor from the gate to the cathode can be used to reduce the sensitivity. Means that the gate signal is too much sensitive. When the sufficient and sensitive or suitable frequency or intensity of light can be strike, it would be conduct from anode to cathode. And if the sufficient or suitable non-sensitive kind of intensity of light is strike on the surface, it cannot be conduct. So means that the suitable frequency or intensity or frequency of light should be strike to conduct the SCR from anode to cathode. If necessary, a resistor from the gate to the cathode can be used to reduce the sensitivity. So uh, to to increase to reduce its sensitivity, we have to place a parallel connection of gate signal from gate to cathode. It would be reduce its sensitivity, which means we have to provide the signal of gate in a more intensive way. Shows a laser, shows a LASCR used to energize latching relay, like a latching relay here. The input source turns on lamp, so it automatically turns the lamp on. The resulting incident light triggered incident the light directly strike on the surface of gate terminal of SCR. That particular light is called incident light. Original light It cannot be the reflected light. Its original light is called incident light. Incident light trigger the LASCR. The anode current energizes the relay and closes the contact. Notice that the input source is electrically isolated from the rest of the circuit. And categorically, all the kind of aspect is understood by this scenario. Now, what are the applications of SCR, silicon control rectifier? The main aspect of use to many applications, including motor control systems, time delay circuits, heater controls, phase control, phase control in the communication systems, in phase lock loop, we already know this thing, relay controls, and sawtooth generators. Sawtooth is the kind of wave that is the output form of differential amplifier, and sawtooth wave is the output of differential amplifier, and we saw in many kind of applications in SCR, in ECD course. Now these days we are discussing the EDC course. On off control of current. You can see here that shows the SCR circuit that permits current to be switched to a load by momentary closure of switch SW1 and remove from the load by the momentary closure of switch 2. That means if we switch on, the supply would be coming to the gate signal, and the signal directly anode to cathode can be formed. And if we want to get the output from switch 2, we have to select the switch at on state. We got the supply from this to this one. It cannot act like a transistor automatically. It's a control rectification aspect, that when the switch is on, it depends on the output aspect, and when the switch is not on, the output cannot be performed, because the sufficient amount of current has to be provided at the gate signal, and the output would be appear from anode to cathode. Current could be can be flow from anode to cathode current. Anode to cathode current is only cathode anode current. Cathode is not the sufficient kind of current. Anode to cathode current is only anode current. It cannot set the cathode current, because anode current cathode current are equal, same, but the current is flow or generating at the output stage is anode current. So the gate is sufficiently provided by the switch on state. The diode, the SCR can be on by the anode to cathode, and output can be appear. The same scenario of working is sufficiently understood by the paragraph, which I already explained you in verbally. This is a numerical. I'm not explain this thing at this level. Half wave power control. In half wave power control, I'm categorically important. I'm here to explain you guys the half wave rectification by these waves. Half wave rectification, we all know that the half wave rectification would be fulfilled and uh, got by the single diode. The half wave would be formed, but by single SCR connection, we got the control half wave rectification. What is the meaning of this statement? That if we provide the supply at the gate signal in half wave, this is the half wave that we have to provide as input to the SCR circuit. When it on, the half wave would be formed. And half wave means the signal is from 0 degree to 180 degree. Signal from 0 degree to 180 degree is a complete signal. And if I want to provide a signal in the 90 degree, that means if the variable resistor is turned on slightly, that means it can turn on the signal we did get the triggering point. Same scenario is that when I triggered the circuit, or resistance would be lower, the signal would be higher in level, and output would be appear in this way. The same, this is the rectification in, we called half wave rectification, but in the control half wave rectification, the complete description of this scenario would be formed in power electronics course. Now, coming to the backup light for power interruption. This is the emergency light circuit. You can see here that a transformer of 120 volt RMS, and in our homes in Pakistan we got the RMS of 220 volt RMS with the 50 hertz. This is a center tap transformer with the two diode are categorically are connected here with the supply of reverse diode is also placed here. This is the SCR and it charges the battery. This is a 6 volt battery. When the supply is turned off, charging that is got by the supply can be uh, retrieved from the battery, and by this forward path allowing to open or turn on the bulb. This is the application of SCR in the emergency light. And when the light comes on by this way, the current would be in this form way to charge the battery and also to provide the supply to by this way to turn on the lamp. And when the electricity goes off, the battery that would charge from the supply provide its voltages from direction this one to turn on the lamp and again complete the circuit with the negative terminal of the battery. This is the way that how can we turn on the supply, and by as a backup of emergency light we can operate the circuit of scenario in most of the emergency light. Now, after the application of SCR, an over voltage protection circuit can also be made. You can understand this thing by your own self because most. So again, continue the session. There is a internet connection problem of internet connection from my side, so I apologize for this. Again, continue the session with the same rhythm. I explain you guys that that Zener diode is also placed here for over voltage protection. Reverse diode, Zener diode is placed for in reverse position to turn on and get the supply, and it work as over voltage protection. And in most of the circuit we are placing in our FIP semester project, making a project, a small project of over voltage protection to prevent our supply of fluid from over voltage errors. So this is that circuit particularly, and it's a self-explanatory circuit that you have to study by yourself and explain in your own words. This is a sawtooth generator and how it works. Sawtooth generator is also a basic application of SCR with a combination of charging and discharging of capacitor. I mean, categorically, uh, supply from the battery provide to the capacitor, it gradually charging, and when it discharge, it would be reduce its charge and again charge, reduce its charge and again charge. So categorically it will be again charge and discharge. And how it can happen, there is a switch can be placed here. When we turn on the switch, capacitor would be charged, and when we turn off the switch, capacitor provide its supply as a retreating way, retrieve its supply, which actively restore in its as a charging part it provides, or it discharge itself. The charge restored itself is retrieved from its own state and discharging aspect in this way. Again charging, switch on, switch off, switch on and switch off. Categorically, by this placement of capacitor, we got the value of sawtooth wave in the output side, and we can observe this thing by oscilloscope. Now coming towards the main topic, which are dike and trike. Diag stand for diode for alternating current, and triac stand for triode for alternating current. Both diac and triac are types of thyristors that can conduct current in both bidirectional. In both direction means bidirection. The capability of diode and triac is that diac and triac ability have it can be conduct the current from anode to cathode or cathode to anode. This is the main and important or feature of aspect of dike or trike. Dike and trike is, I think, also a feature of SCR. So continue the session. The same tukka which I made by me. Types of SCR that can conduct current in both bidirectional, bilateral directions. The difference between the two devices is that a dike has two terminals, while a trike has three terminals. Name by reflection, dike means bidirectional and trike means again bidirectional, but triode means three terminal device and diode dike means two terminal device which has gate for tripping. The dike functions basically like two parallel four-layer diodes turned in opposite directions, which means it can be work from anode to cathode and cathode to anode because it's a bidirection device. The trike function basically like two parallel SCR turned in opposite direction with the common gate terminal. Now move on to the dike. So I am coming towards its four layer, sorry, five layer terminal device, that is A1 and A2. There is not contradiction in anode and cathode. All the terminals, all means out of two terminals are anode, A1 and A2. You can be passed. These are the four layer of PN junction of thyristor that two diodes are placed or SCR or diode, transistor or diode, you can say, are placed with each other. One way direction from this one to this one, and one way of direction from this one to this one. Current can be flow from upper to lower and lower to upper, and there is no kind of direction. And these are a special category of SCR. Particularly, the current can be passing from this to this should be in high range, and potential of voltage should be 35 or greater than that. Otherwise, it cannot be operate or can be work. This is the main feature in this aspect. This is the dike. Now moving towards its features and coming towards the trike. Trike is also like a dike, means it's a bidirectional device, but it's a controlled bidirectional SCR device. Trike can be turned on by pulse a gate current and does not require the breakover voltage to initiate conduction, which means if you provide a supply from reverse to forward, it can be work, and if you provide a supply from reverse to forward, it can be also be work because it is a bidirection. But it cannot supply the current until and unless if you cannot provide the sufficient amount of gate triggering signal at the gate terminal. If you cannot provide the sufficient signal at the gate signal, until and unless A1 to A2 signal cannot be passed or A2 to A1 signal cannot be passed, until and unless the gate signal cannot be sufficient amount of holding current, then it cannot be turned on. This is the simple trike circuit. But SCR also work in it, but SCR is not bidirectional. It is the anode to cathode, but it is A1 anode, it is A2 anode. Both the current can be passing from this one to this one or this one to this one, and sufficiently gate signal required to latch from signal this to this or this to this. This is the basic scenario that we have discussed at this level. So, any one of you have any kind of query till now, please feel free to ask. I will repeat to you, explain to you, and if you not have any kind of issue, then we again continue or start our session. So, this is the internal basic construction diagram of trike, and this is the symbolic representation schematic diagram of trike. on which this principle it can be worked from forward breakdown and reverse breakdown. It can also be work here, which means if you got the holding current at very higher level of time, that too much delay would be happened in ig naught, and if you got the gate current before that, you get the holding current before ig1. And when you got the gate current before ig1, you again start conduction from this level. Same scenario can be happen at this level also. In this scenario, you providing the reverse current, it can be fulfilled from this direction to this one, but until and unless it cannot be, it can be conduct if you provide it to, if you provide the holding current before it's turn off or switching current. So it's up to you that when you provide its gate current, yes, it is very much delay, it is less delay, and it is very much less delay. Another way we can say it is the quickest conduction, it is medium level of conduction, it is too much delay of conduction, because at this level the trike got the gate current at too much delayed level. So these are the applications of trike. As SCR, you can see categorically when we provide the supply at this level and gate signal can be pulsed towards high at this level, this signal can be passed at this chunk and no signal can be passed at this level. But these are the two pulse of gate can be allowed to pass the signal at gate signal, and output can be appear from this one, and this gate signal is provided at this level to passing the signal at this level. So means that when the gate is provided by the gate terminal, signal can be passed in the half wave at this side from this one to this one, and when the gate is turned on in the negative cycle by this one, so this wave can be passed, this wave can be passed, which means it's also a control rectification by the SCR thyristor of trike. So we can say it's a bidirectional thyristor which can conduct and allow to conduct by providing the gate signal, particularly at our well. When we provide the supply at gate at this level, this signal would be passed from this to 0. And when we provide the signal at gate signal at this level, it starts its conduction from this to this, which means, or which reflect in this figure. Up till now, if you have any kind of query or issue or question, you can feel free to ask. I will answer your kind of queries, question until and unless till now. Hopefully you do not have any kind of question. So we again continue the session. Here we also one more thing that we provide a supply at this level. Supply can be passed from here and here. Positive cycle would be uh, positive cycle from this one would be enter here, positive cycle only, it allows air and passing through it and would be got the gate signal, and one more the positive signal can be passed from here, and the negative signal can be passed is can be block here and would be passed from here. Categorically when we find the gate signal, the SCR start its working, and in negative of the cycle when we got the gate signal, it starts conduction from this part. Now one more topic is at 11-5, the silicon control switch. So this is our today's last topic, and after that we end today's session. The silicon control switch is SCS, which means the silicon control switch is similar in construction to the SCR and SCS, silicon control switch and silicon control rectifier. These two different scenarios, however, has two gate terminals, the cathode gate and anode gate, the silicon control switch can be turned on and off using either gate terminal. Remember that the SCR can be only turned on using its gate terminal. Normally, the silicon uh, control switch is available in power rating power than lower than those of the silicon control rectifier. So we have two scenarios, that silicon control rectifier and silicon control switch, which means in silicon control rectifier there is a control rectification, and silicon control switch means there is a fast switching technique and lower switching losses. So starting the scenario, that silicon control switch has two gate terminals and silicon control diode have one gate terminal, and node to cathode gate 1 and gate 2. This is the cathode gate, which means it allows only cathode signal to pass from anode to cathode by providing the gate signal to cathode, and this is the gate anode, which means that if we provide a supply at anode to cathode, it cannot be passed until and unless the anode gate signal cannot be passed from it, which means if we want to pass the signal from anode to cathode, it's a mandatory thing to pass the signal from anode gate terminal. And if we want to pass the signal from cathode to anode, we have to provide the gate signal at cathode side, then it would be performed from this to this one. And direction wise, if we want to flow the current from cathode to anode, we need to provide the supply at cathode of gate terminal, and if we want to provide the supply from anode to cathode, we have to provide the gate signal at this level. Simple as that. Hopefully you understand all the kind of technique that is discussing at this level. Same scenario which I elaborate to you is right down in this level. Now moving here, same as that, an application of SCS switch or SCS and SCR are used in similar application. The silicon control switch has the advantage of faster turn off. It have the faster turnout as the switch, which pulses on either gate terminal. However, it is more limited in terms of maximum current and voltage ratings. Also, the silicon control switch is sometimes used in digital applications such as counters, registers, and timing circuits. This is the main scenario in which it is used. Now comes to the unijunction transistor. Unijunction transistor, what will be the unijunction transistor does not belongs to the thyristor family. It is not belongs to the thyristor family because it does not have four layer type of construction. The term unijunction refer to the fact that the unijunction transistor has a single PN junction, and UJT is useful in certain oscillator application as a triggering device in thyristor circuits, which means that the unijunction transistor is a three-terminal device. That means base 1, base 2, and emitter. It's a three-terminal device which have a substrate of three-terminal device, but two have substrate like N and P. PN junction with base 1, base 2, and emitter junction. This is a unijunction device. Is a three-terminal device whose basic construction is shown in figure, and schematic symbol appears in figure 11-36b. Notice that the terminal are labeled emitter base 1, base 2, P1, P2, and emitter. Do not confuse this symbol with that JFET. It's not a JFET. And difference is that the arrow, you can see the arrow. That is the emitter arrow. Emitter inside is P and emitter outside is N, means the substrate would be P. Does not confuse with the UJT, union transistor, and the UJT has only PN junction. Simple. And JFET means these are the layers on which the fields are work, and therefore the characteristics of the device are different from those of either the BJT or FET, as you will see. These are the equivalent circuit for that, and I think it is enough for today. We have discussed the scenarios of these topics in next lecture also. Till then, Allah Hafiz.